So I've been planning an editing music video contest here on the channel. Cool thing is I reached out to MotionVFX to see if they'd like to contribute to the pool of prizes, and they said yes. Now I have more details on the editing contest at a later date, but for right now, I'm gonna go over my top 3 picks for MotionVFX plugins that I've used this year to keep coming back up in my workflow. With the editing contest, you may have a chance to win one of these plugins or some of the other ones that I talk about in my MotionVFX playlist you can find in the description down below. I'm gonna start off with 2 honorable mentions. It's gonna be the Mega Pack and the M Product Pack. The Mega Pack has over 125 different titles in it. They all have customizable motion graphics along with the titles. The M Product Pack comes with over 60 different elements and assets. I have not actually used it yet, but I do plan on using it in my upcoming RS4 mini review, so stay tuned for that. First up on my list is M Transition Music Video. Here at my channel, I mostly focus on music video editing and effects, so of course I had to go with the M Transition Pack. The M Transition Pack has over 60 different transitions inspired by analog film, glitch transitions, drop zones, and caption transitions as well. So of course these can be found on the Video Transition tab. I'll go over a few with a few unique features. This first one is the caption slide, which basically allows you to type in any text you want to as a caption and it utilizes that in the transition. So go over here to transition controls. This actually controls the slide animation. So if I go back a couple of frames, I can change the amount of the slide, the zoom. As you can see here, this is the second clip sliding in. You can control the zoom of it, and then you also control the saturation amount. By default, it goes to 0 saturation, so it gives you like this black and white look. If you want to restore the color or retain the color, set it at 1 for your default. You can see here they got film grain, which you control with the slider here, or you can just disable it altogether. Scrolling down to the caption controls, you can disable the caption and just have the slide animations. By default, the caption text is inverted, so it creates like this X-ray effect. Cut it off, it'll then show whatever color that you want to use, which you can then go through and select whatever color you want. This next transition utilizes the drop zone feature. So for this, you'll need some still images. You can either pull still images right from your media pool, which I currently don't have any in the media pool from this clip, but just to show you an example. If I highlight the transition, then go over to the inspector tab and hit the drop down arrow. You have this browse feature, basically open up your file explorer. I can go to my media pool and grab this still image and just drag it over and place it within this box. Then it will recognize that as the image I want to use. So if I move my playhead back a little bit, you down see that still image there. Of course, you may want to use some background photos or some images from the actual music video. If I move my playhead on forward, I can click this clip here and then go up to File, scroll down to Export, and export the current frame as a still. It'll open my file explorer and I can select where I want to save it at. Then I can go over here and click on Browse, and then I can go and find the same image. Select your image, then hit Open. So that's drop zone 2. And then I'm gonna select one more. So now if I play this transition back, you see the first one I moved over from my media pool. Then it scrolled to the second one. And before the end of the transition, it scrolled to the third one. The image within the drop zone can be customized as well. So if I wanted to go down to the drop zone 3, I can increase the scale, change the position of my media, and also rotate it as well. Hit this drop down arrow for the film roll. It allows you to customize the background. So if I wanted to, I can change this to like this purplish color. I can change the color of the sprockets. I can customize the height and width of the sprockets and change the offset as well. Unchecking this will undo the film roll altogether. And scrolling up here to the top, you have your transition controls. You have a distortion feature, and you also have stop motion. This next transition utilizes the polygon mask in Fusion. So if I play it, you'll see this desaturated image of the next clip come up. If I go to the drop down here and go to Fusion Overlay, you can actually see the shape of the mask. And then I can turn down the zoom scale to see the actual mask itself. Utilizing these on-screen controls, you can reposition the mask to whatever image you would like to create with it. Hitting this little notch here to reset the default zoom in size. You have this slice feature that by default goes horizontally to left and right. You hit this drop down here to change to the top and bottom. You can uncheck for desaturation. If you leave it checked, you can also turn up the saturation. And this one here, you can turn it up to 5, and it will oversaturate your clip. If you want to leave it at more of a default color, I recommend leaving it at 1. Now, of course, there's far more unique transitions within the pack. You'll find a link to it in the description down below. The next pack is the M Fitness pack. I've been looking to get into more other work outside of music videos, and I did a couple of gym edits, and so I picked up the M Fitness pack. The M Fitness pack comes with over 102 titles. With them being titles, you can easily drag and drop them on top of your clip, and then just change the length of them accordingly. And this first one is the counter, and by default it says 14 reps by 4 series. Go over here and hit the number counter, change this to whatever number you want to set it at, or you can just double click and type in the number. Of course, you can change the title. You have the second step, and you have your second number here, which says 4, which I can just type in 10. change that number as well. You can customize the color. You can customize the color and the font. These little lines here, you can adjust the size of them and also reposition them, as well as change the color and customize the drop shadow. The one under is the O2 counter. Right now he's getting 95.6% oxygen, and now he has 0 oxygen. If I go back to my effects panel, you have social media callouts. You have a number of typography effects. You have the dynamic infographics. These are the different icons. All of them have this draw in animation, which if you drag them to the timeline, if you don't want it to draw in, you can click on it, go into the Spectre tab and uncheck the in. At that point, it will just appear. Right now I have the in checked off, so it won't animate in, but it will animate out. You have a number of different essential effects and graphics, as well as these countdown counters, which they also scale to whatever length that you need them to. So if I stretch this across both my clips, the counter will come in, it will just count down. It will dynamically change according to the length of the clip. This next pack you pretty much have seen in previous videos and throughout this video, the Mtuber 4-pack. Mtuber 4 has over 72 different elements. If you find yourself doing YouTube videos or maybe working for a client that does YouTube videos, this is a great pack to pick up. This pack comes with logo intros, typography effects, social media graphics, overlays, and callouts. Even come with a few transitions, backgrounds, and different effects as well. All the elements in this pack have a up-to-date minimalistic design to fit in today's climate within YouTube. I myself have noticed these elements throughout other YouTubers' videos, and with them being so customizable, you can still make your own unique look. Remember, any of these packs could potentially be prizes you can win within my editing contest, with details coming at a later date. Until then, I'll see y'all in the next video.